So let me let you in on a little secret. You're probably gearing up for camping season, like super excited like the rest of us are, right? And you're looking at all of those products and gadgets that you're gonna need to make your camping trip the best ever. Well, before that you do, you wanna watch this video first, because we've been on the road for 5 years now, and there are a lot of products that we wasted our money on. They were absolute junk or flat out unnecessary. So in this video, we're gonna save you some bucks by telling you what you really don't need when it comes to RV life. So first on the list is actual RV specific toilet paper. Now, this is the toilet paper that you find on Amazon that says it's, RV specific, or you go to Walmart and it's in the section with all of the RV stuff. Here's the deal. You don't need to be wasting your money on that or paying extra for like 1-ply teepee that feels like 10 years ago newspaper, because if you are using a good quality tank treatment and enough water, it's gonna dissolve and break down pretty much any teepee that is on the market. So good news for all of the butts out there is that you can use regular, comfortable teepee even in your RV. So now here is the next thing that is a waste of money, and you really don't want to opt for any of these, and that are actual full-size type kitchen appliances. So things like your full-size coffee pot or your full-size Instant Pot, you want to opt for the smaller versions of these. Now, here's the good news. You can get an Instant Pot in a smaller size. You can get coffee makers in a smaller size. Lots of smaller size appliances that are out there. Probably one of my favorites is our little mini waffle maker, because in an RV, you don't have a lot of space. You also don't have a lot of weight capacity in most situations. So you want to opt for a version that is smaller, more compact, and lightweight, so you can still have all the comforts of home without sacrificing the space. Now, before we get too far into this video, I do want to say, the saying about how one man's trash is another man's treasure? Well, you might disagree on some of these. So you're gonna have to leave us lots of comments. Let us know which ones you agree or disagree on. But a little later in the video, I'm gonna share about a product that I'm pretty much sure you're also going to agree is complete junk. So the next thing that you absolutely don't need or even want to bring with you in your RV are things that I like to call unitaskers. So think about something that really has just one job, like maybe a lemon press or a banana slicer or something of that nature, because in an RV, you need things that will do a lot of different jobs and varied tasks. And those things that just do one task, well, they take up a lot of space for that one time that you need it. Here's one that you're gonna have to let me know if you agree or disagree. But for us, water filtration systems that are just really too complex and take up a ton of space, this is where we actually have ditched those fancy water filtration systems and opted for something a little bit simpler. Now, one reason we love using a good water filter is because it helps reduce the need to pack and store bottled water. And you know my thoughts and feelings on trying to find recycling on the road. Now, early in our travels, we learned the importance of consistent water quality, and we prefer the Camco Taste Pure water filter for its advanced Taste Pure technology. It features a 6-step filtration process that eliminates bad tastes, odors, lead, chlorine, bacteria, sediment, and heavy metals, and incorporates KDF technology to prevent bacteria and mold growth. Now, the Taste Pure filters provide pure, great tasting drinking water on the road and meet top industry standards, complying with all federal and state lead-free laws. Now, the other thing is it's super easy to find a Taste Pure water filter at your retailer of choice, including Walmart, Amazon, and almost any RV dealer. And remember, you want to replace your water filter every 3 months. Waiting longer than 3 months can lead to bad taste and odor and reduced water flow too. You can get a new Taste Pure water filter on Amazon at the link in the description below, and a huge thanks to Camco for sponsoring this video. All right, now next on the list is this. What is this? Well, this is a freshwater drinking hose, but here is the kicker. This is really the cheap inflexible kind of water hose. I mean, you can see where it's kinked. I mean, this, you don't want the cheap kind. What you want to opt for is you want to opt for the flexible water hose. We really like the Camco Evo Flex water hose, but make sure that you don't cheap out when it comes to this, because you're going to probably just end up throwing this in the garbage. In just a few minutes, I'm going to tell you about the one product that I think everybody can agree on in the RV community that is just garbage. But next, this little jobby right here. Now, if you're not sure what this is, let me just be the first to tell you, you don't want it, you don't need it. This is a non-adjustable water pressure regulator. Now, here's the deal. You do need a water pressure regulator because water pressure from campground to campground can vary greatly, and it is dangerous if you end up with too high of water pressure inside of an RV. I mean, this is like Noah's Ark kind of stuff as far as the flooding proportion that could happen. But what you want to opt for instead is something adjustable like this water pressure regulator. Now, here's another thing that we've actually found. The reason I like this so much, it can make it feel like that you don't have any water at all. In fact, it's not very fun when you go to try to shower and it's like a trickle coming out of the faucet. This, you can actually make sure you've got the water pressure that you need. It's not too restrictive, and it guarantees that you're not going to have a flood on the inside because the water pressure is too high. The next thing that's absolute junk for RVers are things like heavy equipment and large tools. So you don't probably want to bring your table saw with you out on the road. Things like actually really large drills as well. Something that you can absolutely leave behind and opt for a smaller compact version instead. Now, another thing is a ladder. You want a ladder, trust us, you do. We made the mistake when we first started of bringing a full-size ladder because it actually fit in the basement compartment of our RV. And then we were introduced to a telescoping ladder. Much better solution. Ditch the big stuff, opt for the smaller things when it comes to things like tools. So now the next thing that is absolute garbage for RVers is large, bulky type furniture. Now, we actually ditched our zero gravity chairs. I know, controversial. You'll have to let me know if you agree or disagree. Again, more in just a few minutes on the one thing I think we're all going to agree on. But opting for something that's smaller, more foldable, more compact, especially if you want to walk across the campground and go have a campfire with one of your neighbors, trying to lug that heavy chair, probably not going to happen for very long. So here's the next thing that is absolutely junk, garbage for RVers, and that is decor that you really can't secure very well. Now, think about it. If we're driving down the road and we hit a bump or we hit a curve, I mean, chances are this is going to become a projectile. So you want to opt for decor that is easily securable, it's more lightweight, and it's not going to turn into a flying object or potentially crash into something else when the RV's going down the road and cause damage as well. Okay, so here's the one thing that I think that we all can agree on. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. But that is traditional dishware. So things like actual glass drinking glasses or ceramic coffee mugs. Now, think about it. If you were moving in a sticks and bricks house, right? What do you do with all of the dishes that are in your kitchen? Well, you take them out of the cupboards and you wrap them up in packing paper because you know that they're about to go through a very large earthquake and getting moved from one location to another. Being in an RV is no different when it comes to those types of items because they're going to probably get broken. So what you want to opt for instead are things that are either metal, tin, that's a good solution there. Plastics definitely do work, or things that are silicone. This is not going to get broken if I open the store after a travel day and it all falls on top of me. The other thing is when it comes to weight, definitely need to take weight into consideration when you're in an RV, especially if you're a full-timer. And all of those traditional types of dishes, well, let's just say this weighs a whole lot less than a glass bowl. So just remember, when it comes to choosing products for RVing, it's all really about balancing necessity with convenience. What do you need? What do you not need?
Hi, buddy. Hi. You trying to get through?
Are you stuck?
Come on. Come
on.
Good boy. Ugh,
He's too fat.
You're too fat. Come. You can figure it out.
How did you even get in there?
How'd you get in there? Come. There you go. There, smart dog.
All right, we're good. No. Or potentially crash into something else when it's bleh. Well, being in an RV is really no different when it comes to those types of items. When it comes to those types of items. Now, here's the deal. This is really kind of our most updated list of products that we just absolutely would not recommend, but it's not a comprehensive list. I've got a ton more that we have ditched over the years, and you're gonna find all of those right up here.